look at a competitive division, competitive conference, like, we have a decision to make. I feel like you're staring down the barrel, but you can't panic. You got to stay connected and continuing to go back to work and just improve on the simple things.
What's the decision you have to make?
Doing the simple things better. Like a better term, nut up.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do. Because it's easy when things get challenging like this to get frustrated, let your emotions get the best of you, and let those circumstances dictate your behavior. And that's human nature. Seek comfort, and we can't do that.
How surprising was this performance just with what you expected going in?
Yeah, I don't think there's a single person in this locker room that saw that coming. We believe in this group to achieve everything we want to achieve, all of our goals. But we fell short today. We didn't come to play. We didn't execute. And in this league, you'll be humbled quickly if you're not on the details.
Like, where did you feel like the sloppiness came from?
Where do I start? I think it's just collective. Like, I'll speak for the defense. We gotta be better at getting out blocks in the run game, and that's everybody. Me as a backer, defensive line. I think in the pass game, quarterback stepping up the middle and picking up a lot of scramble yards was really hurting us because it just was extending drives, and that was kind of the recipe of the game right there.
Like, what gives you the confidence that you guys won't let this kind of go the other way?
Just the men we have in this locker room. We don't have a bunch of individuals. We have a very connected team, a group that will hold each other accountable and believes in one each other. That's really what's important. If there's guys, we're going to cut on this tape, and if there's guys, I'm sure a lot of us aren't going to be proud of the performance we see out of each of us individually, but I know each man next to one another here in the locker room is going to believe that he's going to get it right and going to have an outstanding game and rest of their season.
Thanks, Blake. I know you're better.
Understanding like how critical every play is, how critical your assignment is, critical your preparation, and how you show up to a game and get prepared to play a NFL caliber team. And if we're not all 11 on every play, you end up with results like this. And definitely something to look into the mirror and as a team figure out how we can become more connected and become more be able to execute on a high level like we're supposed to be doing. I'm not worried. I think we got the right guys in this building, right coaches, right staff. Everybody in the building is bought in. We just got to buy in a little more and figure out how to get it done.
What was that preparation like this week? Did you feel like you guys didn't have it or the short turnaround?
No, I mean, these short weeks are tough. You can only do as much as you can. I know defensively, we tried to stick to stuff, we knew and stuff that we had time on task with. And it just came down to really preparation throughout the year. I think, you look at these short weeks, you got to bank on the stuff you did earlier in the year. And that just goes to show, we aren't as dialed in the stuff that, we're supposed to be good at all the time. So, it's just getting back to the drawing board and figuring it out. Figuring out how we can execute the things that we do really well every time and make sure that's not something we got to worry about moving forward.
After a game like this, is this something the players need to say to each other internally, something the coach needs to say, or where do you guys go from like just picking up that momentum to get back where you need to be?
Yeah, I think if you leave things unsaid, that's just beating around the bush. We're all grown men. We're all understand what's that task and what our job is, and we get paid to win football games. We don't get paid to just be out here and just to lose and put up performances like that. So there will be things said. I mean, we got nobody thin-skinned over here. Everybody's here, bought into the process. Everybody wants to win, and whatever we got to do, whatever we got to say, whatever we got to do to buy the group in, and bring everybody, all 53 guys plus our practice squad in, and bought into the process and be able to trust the process. That's what we got to do.
Josh, how does it affect you guys when you do have a quarterback like Justin Herbert, who you know can extend plays with his legs?
I mean, it's that's the league. That's what the league's turned into, and we got to figure out how to get these mobile quarterbacks, these running quarterbacks on the ground, and stop extending plays. We can have the best play we can, and we can play it exactly how we're supposed to play it. But if the play extends and things that get uncovered that we can't prepare for, things like that happen. That's just the result. So I'm sure we'll figure out a way to get that done. I mean, this is what the league is. We play. If you look at our schedule, we're going to play two of the best mobile quarterbacks at some point this year. So we'll just have to figure out what we do well and when we play against those quarterbacks. I mean, we did get them on the ground a couple times, so it's just a matter of doing those things more consistently so we don't have a result like that.
Is it a little alarming? I mean, high expectations for the team. Now we're just 7-8 weeks into the season. You're talking about, team discussions and soul-searching, things like that, which we might not have expected from this team at this early in the year.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to be in a spot like this where you're under 500, especially with the team we had coming into the season on paper, and the expectations we have for this team. Definitely didn't want to be below 500 at any point in the year. But I think I wouldn't say it's alarming. I think it would be more alarming if we weren't having those conversations, if we weren't banding together, we weren't trying to figure out a solution to get these wins. I know there's some teams out here in this league who fight against each other, and at the end of the day, we know on this team we're fighting with each other. And whether that's if we lose every game for the rest of the year, or if we win every game for the rest of the year, as long as we can go into every game saying we got each other's back and we're playing for each other, that's all we could do. Thank you.
Josh.
I didn't think I was, but it was definitely for the best. Needed that time to heal up and get healthy.
What did you think of, I guess, Jordan Mason kind of filling in that stint and then coming back in and working with him today?
Jordan's done a great job. He's very versatile, tough runner, hard to bring down, and I think it's just when both of us are together, it's even added more. So definitely love being able to team up with him and give defenses some trouble.
What lessons can this team take from this loss today and just being at this point in this season?
Definitely. Just look to your right, look to your left, and know that's who's with you, and just better execution, hone in on the details, and kind of treat every play as if it's a one-play battle. And when you're one play, don't think about 2 plays ago, or don't think about 2 plays ahead. Just be where your feet are in that time, and I feel like we'll get it figured out and we'll be okay.
What gives you the confidence that this team can figure it out?
We have everything that we need here. We haven't played our best ball, so I feel like a lot is ahead of us. Just continue to go to work every day, but really be intentional about what we're doing. Like I said, hone in on the details, do the small stuff 100% right every time, because it comes down to the small, finite things. So.
How surprised are you to be in this position? Nobody probably would have thought you'd be where you're at right now.
It's football, you never know what's going to happen. So look up, we're 4-4. I want to say that's as many games as we lost last year, so who's to say that we got to lose another one? Just got to be confident in ourselves. Believe, that's another huge part of it, belief. And then just leaning on each other and going back to work and taking the work that we do during the week and take it to Sunday as well.